Alright guys, welcome back once again. Welcome to Nikshala. First of all, my company J&M Education is now rebranded to Nikshala. So this is a new YouTube channel. Make sure that you watch this video till the end to get all the information.
Now the way this video is going to go from here on is in this manner. To begin with, I'm going to give you a sort of introduction of the whole topic, what I'm going to talk about. Well, you already know it doesn't need much introduction. The reason you're watching this video is because you want to seek information for accommodation, right? And I know what I'm talking about. So we're going to give like 1 or 2 lines on that. Then second thing, we're going to talk about which are the companies or the organizations who give you accommodation, right? Third thing is super important. I'm going to be taking you guys through like navigating on the website by doing a real-time filing of applications. I'm going to be picking up, there are around 7 to 8 companies. I'm going to do for 2 companies on the screen, taking you guys with the mouse and stuff. Fourth thing, what I want to talk about is why do you need accommodation urgently, right? And fifth thing which I'm going to talk about is calculating the total cost of living as a student. Now when I said calculating means we have already done a video about food, internet, insurance. After covering this topic for accommodation, we will be definitely able to tell how much do you spend monthly. So to begin with, as a part of introduction, okay, let me put it this way. So if you think that getting an admission in one of the German universities the toughest thing, you're wrong. Getting accommodation is one of the hardest and the most toughest thing you could ever face in the whole process of you coming from wherever you are till the time you start studying here. The whole game is very simple. It's all game of supply and demand, right? There is less number of supply, which is less number of rooms with more number of demand from all over the world. Now, if you're from India, your competition is not just within the boundaries of India, right? When you want to come to Germany, all across the world, people want to study in public universities because one of the reasons is it's free. The other point is they need to find economical accommodation where the quality is really good. At the same time, they pay less, right? That's what the whole student life symbol is. Now, who provides that? It's Studyingermany, one of the biggest organizations of Germany, who gives, it's a centralized system where they distribute the accommodation systems in different cities of Germany. I want to get to the bottom of where does it all start. So if you don't file your application on time so that you can get the approval for the course, once you get the approval of the course, then that approval of the course is going to be helpful for you to apply in Studyingermany. The waiting time period is ridiculously beyond proportion. It's a hard, like some of the dormitories have waiting time of 1 semester, some of the dormitories have 2 semesters or 3 semesters, depending on which locality you're trying to apply for accommodation. And if you don't file it on time, you will have financial repercussions. You will have to pay a lot of money. First of all, you're going to be away from your family, right? Now you've been sheltered the way you're living right now. If you're watching me from India, you know that you've been very much good sheltered within your house, with your mom, dad, everybody is taken care. But the moment you're here, think of your psychologically that you need to have a room where you can make that house to a home, first of all, because if you have a stressful day outside, when you go back, you need to feel peaceful. Now, you can't be, jumbling around here and there. Oh, I'm going to stay 1 month here, 2 months here, 3 months here, 5 months here, right? Just to avoid that situation, even to arise and, stand in front of you, you just need to do one thing. File the application on time for studies. The moment you have an approval letter, file the application for Studyingermany. I'm going to walk you through which are the companies who can provide you with accommodation now. Second part of the video is about who are the organizations or the companies who provide you with the accommodation. Now there are a million other ways you can find out accommodation. I have extracted 8 of them, and the reason I've chosen them is because either one of my friend or some people have worked with them and they have got accommodation very well. Alright, if I have to begin with, Studyingermany is a very well organized, I wouldn't call it as a company or an organization. They are like a whole centralized body. Okay, they have a lot of rooms under their belt and they distribute it according to the process what you have to follow, which I'm going to walk you through in a while. But going back to the point, Studyingermany should be your first priority because they have a very affordable rooms and at a very prime locations. After student in work, all these companies what you see are private companies. Alright, if I have to talk about the price would range around 170 euros plus minus to 1000 euro plus minus. Now 1000 euro is a lot of money, to be honest. It's pretty straightforward. If you go to Munich is a very expensive city, but if you come to Berlin, again, it's very affordable. So I want to talk a bit more about on this list, because this list can also be helpful for professionals who are coming here for work. Of course, they would need accommodation, and going out, I mean, you're not a student, you pay so much, okay? That's why there are companies in the list like, I mean, if I have to categorize, first three are mainly for students. Berlinovo is pretty famous amongst family members here. They have very big rooms with a very good price, even for students. Uni Places is mainly for students. Nest Pick is also famous amongst all sort of category, I would say. Airbnb, you already know. Hostels, again, hostel should be your last priority. If nothing works out, like absolute nothing, then you should go with them. One of the thing about hostel is when you come to Germany, the first thing what you're supposed to do as a part of paperwork is you're supposed to find accommodation, and that accommodation needs to be registered. Let me tell you, every time you change the cities here in Germany, wherever you stay, you have to go to Bürgeramt, which is the nearest city registration. That's what you have to do. And to do that, you need to have an accommodation. Other than that, just an additional information, hostels. Imagine you have got absolutely no accommodation to stay. Some of the hostels here in Berlin, what they do is they allow you to stay with 300-400 euros a month in their hostel, and they also do your city registration. I was talking about why city registration is so much important is, you remember I made a blocked account video. Every student has to go through that. So when you come to this country, your blocked account is really blocked. You cannot have access to it. You need to have a card, you need to have a PIN code, all that stuff, like a normal ATM card, right? So imagine this situation now. You've got an accommodation. As I told you, you have to go ahead and do city registration. So once you have the contract for the house, you go to Bürgeramt and do your city registration, saying that I'm the registered citizen of this particular place. All right. With that city registration, you're supposed to go to Deutsche Bank. Okay. When you go to Deutsche Bank, you have to take city registration and your passport with you. All right. What they would do is they will enable your blocked account. Okay. And after that, you will be able to pay the bills. Make sure that you're carrying extra cash or extra money or some sort of way that you can pay back. Because until the time frame of you getting your card activated and you finding an accommodation, you need to have a cash in your hand or probably some sort of payment method. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to walk you through the application process for Student in Work. Where you should go, what you should fill out, what documents needed. I'm going to walk you through now on the computer. So to begin with, what I want you to do is go on this website. What you see, I'm going to link it in the description. Alright, once you're there in this website, you will see the similar page. There's a menu on top. Under menu, what I want you to do is go under housing. The moment you come here, under housing, there is subcategories. Under that, I want you to go to apartments. Once you are in the apartments, you see housing sorted by university, municipal district, map, show all. I mean, show all, it doesn't make sense because you're already not in the country and you don't know the city. So it's going to be so vague to go ahead and select random Wohnheim, which is hostel. What I want you to do is, the simplest way, what I feel is, go to university. The moment you press this, you will see the list of universities in the city of Berlin. Now go ahead and select which one is yours. For a quick example, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Humboldt University. Alright, now these are the list of Wohnheims which are affiliated to Humboldt University. Not as an affiliated, but it's easily accessible to university if you stay in any of these Wohnheims. Alright, for a quick example, let's get into one of the dormitories. Once you're here, this is under housing. Now there's room for 2 person, apartment for 1 person, apartment for 2 or more person. You see all this information? Let's take a legitimate example. So apartment for 1 person, total number of rooms they have for 1 person is 513.
You see these icons there: shower, kitchen and bathroom. One person can stay. Living area is 18 to 33 square meter, and the rent starting is, as I told you, it normally doesn't exceed from 200 to 250 or 300 maximum. In this case it's 225 to 290 euros depending on the area you go with, right? This is where the important part comes in. Waiting time up to 2 or 3 semester. Wow, right? So this is why we have to rush. So it just says here, living in single flat with private pantry and a bathroom / toilet, pantry with stove and fridge. Great. On the right hand side, it's going to say where is it located in Berlin city, who is responsible in student and work office with their number. It also says where is the address where you can go and meet the representative of student and work. There's a number for Hausmeister. It says which is the nearest S-Bahn or U-Bahn, which are the universities nearby. So there's ASH, HTW, HTW and HUB. You can also look where is it in the map, and then you can go on the information just to it also says photo gallery, how does it look like from outside. You see this is the typical room what I showed you, right? The shelf, cupboard, the table and the mattress, right? This is for double bed. This is the typical bathroom what I already showed you. There's a recreational room there, there's a bar, pool, there's a gym in there, washing area, and then a little bit of outside of the hostel. How does it look like? There's a volleyball court, garden. Nice. So now the point is, how do you apply to such dormitories? What I want you to understand is, beforehand you even go ahead and apply, make sure that you note it down which are the top 3 dormitories you would like to go with. All right, once you have selected 3 top dormitories where you'd like to stay, what I want you to do is, from at the bottom of this website it says online portal for registration. Clearly press here. This is a very important page. Now on the right hand side you see info to our residence portal, application for admission, login. What I want you to do is go ahead and press application for admission. Now this is where the process starts of filling out the information. All right, very straightforward. Desired rental property. All right, apartment for 1 person, room for 1 person. Do not get confused between room for 1 person, 1 people, and apartment for 1 people. Go for apartment for 1 people, which is 1 person if you don't want to share your apartment with anybody else. Available choices of our student residence. So this is where I want you to go ahead and select the name of the Wohnheim student dorm 1, 2 and 3 right here. This is where I want you to prioritize your Wohnheim. All right, please make an offer in. All right, so there's also an option if you don't get in any of those top 3 selected, you can go ahead and select that, please make an offer in other accommodations if there are no available rooms in my selected accommodation. Should the apartment room be furnished? Go ahead and select if you want that. Should the apartment or the room with wheelchair friendly? They have also considered that. You have to go ahead and select your university. Make sure that all the asterisk signs are complete. In our case it was Humboldt. And then desired date of moving in. It's summer semester or winter semester. Go ahead with winter. Maximum amount of cost for rental. Since you've already seen it while you were selecting all these 3 Wohnheims, so I would rather put it like 250 for now. All right, desired term of lease. For me, for an example, if I'm doing masters, let's put it 24 months. And then you go on filling all this information, personal data, your first name, last name, email address. Make sure your email address is correct. And then go on filling other data like which program are you in, master's program, and then first semester student. And this is where it is important. Your documents should not exceed 500 KB. Okay? Permission to study, the admission letter, what I was talking about. All right? Your ID card, your passport, or your picture. And the third document which they ask you is receipt for the payment of first semester fees. You have to upload all these 3 documents right here. And then at the bottom on the right corner, it says submit. Okay, once you send this, you'll receive an email in 5 days saying the confirmation that we have received all your data. So yeah, that's all.
Once you've done filing the application, what you have to do is make sure that you keep checking your email. Reason being, every 15 days or 10 days or 12 days, I don't know the exact days, but I'm pretty sure every 7-8 days they send an email on your email address. It's a link which you have to open. What it says basically is that you're still waiting in the queue, because the time period for waiting time is so much, and that's how the system gets to know that you're still waiting in the queue for the accommodation. If you don't open that link, or if you don't click that link, you'll be out of the system like this in a snap. So make sure that you keep checking your email every single day. A couple of days back, one of my friend who was moving into one of the student in Beck apartments here in Berlin, and I was like, okay, why not to take an opportunity to go and film, and what do you get inside? So have a look at this.
Alright, so this is the typical student in Beck band, what you get along with this key. They have an old style lock in some of the dorms. So I'm going to be showing you around what you get. This actually belongs to one of my friends who is moving in. We are inside now. This is a 20 square meter room. The moment you enter, on your right, there's a kitchen here with steel compartments given. Let me walk you through. So, sink right here. There's a compartment given here for your detergent, for washing. This is where the range is. Some of the students in work actually has burners with them, but this one is induction one. Yeah, you operate it from here. Here is okay, this is dustbin. Small refrigerator. Okay, the small refrigerator here, and in this compartment you can keep all your necessary groceries here. Yeah. So this is where I entered. This is where the kitchen is on the right hand side. Now going back to the same position, on the left hand side is the bathroom. What's up? So yeah, normally you'll have to go buy shower curtains so that you can actually cover this area so that water doesn't flow out, and you can keep all your necessary requirements like toothpaste, toothbrush, shaving cream, razors, everything here. Normally you get this room pretty clean, whitewashed, and then when you return them back, you will have to whitewash again. Now you don't have to go to market and buy paint. The housemaster, the janitor will actually give you the paint and brush, and you'll have to hand it over back once you're done whitewashing it. Anyway, let's go ahead to the main room now. You get a mattress with a bed. This is a good bed for one person. Other thing is you get a table, study table with a chair there, 3 drawers where you can put all your papers. This is what keeps us warm here in Europe. This is a typical heater. When you go and stay outside, separate room, separate apartment, not in Studentenberg, then you'll have to pay separately for heating charges here in Germany. But in Studentenberg, that's not a case. You just pay the room apartment. This is where you operate the heating. So it goes until, so this goes up to 5 if you want to make your room really warm, and then you can operate this from here. This is what really saves us from hardcore snow or cold. Now you don't get this sofa. This is my friend who has bought this from Free Your Stuff Berlin. You get this cupboard right here, what you see. Alright, you get the shelf, you get this cupboard, and then study table, study chair, you get a bed. Now in some of the other cities of Germany, in Studentenberg, they also provide you with internet. Right now in Studentenberg of Berlin, they are not providing internet, but what I learned from my friend who is moving in here is they have put this internet connection line, and you have to have this mandatory. there's a connection which you'll have to put it there.
Let's go out. Oh yeah, okay, just wanted to inform you about this. So this is a button for the main door at the gate. If there's somebody who's waiting for you, you can press this. This is for do not disturb. If you don't want anybody to press the bell outside, which is right outside this door, then you can press this, so you'll be on a do not disturb mode.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to calculate the cost of living, combining all the videos what I've done in a sort of a rough figure. Now to calculate the cost of living for a month here as a student, I've put down some numbers just to have a rough idea what it would cost you. Food. Now I've written 200. It normally doesn't go that far. Like, you know, usually you spend around 100 or 150. It includes going to bars, clubs, or your cigarette, etc, etc. Internet, you spend 20 euros. Insurance, you spend 90 euros. Accommodation, you normally spend 350 euros. The reason I've taken extra, normally it shouldn't cost you more than 250 or 300 euros. I've just taken extra, all right, just to be on the safe side. Roughly, you spend 660, all right. Your monthly expense you can remove from blocked account is 720 euros, right? You're still saving some amount of money, so make sure that you spend wisely, so that at the end, the more money you have is better for you, because you're far from your family and you always have to be financially ready. You never know what's coming on the way. Alright guys, so that's it from my side. If you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up button. Also, I would request you to go ahead and share this video with somebody who's really in need. That would help the person probably. And if you still have any questions related to education, related to anything, always reach out to me on Instagram, because that's where I can reach you fastest. Hope to see you guys next time. Peace out.